Welcome everyone to today's webinar. I'm Donald Buller. I'm the Executive Director of the Global Dairy Platform, and it's my pleasure to be your moderator for today's session. Gina is a dairy farmer from Mexico, a fifth-generation dairy farmer, in fact, in the central highlands of Mexico. She's been managing the family dairy farm since she graduated in 2008. Gina is also a community outreach advocate for the Global Farmer Network, as well as being one of Global Dairy Platform's dairy ambassadors. And she's here to share her perspective on dairy's efforts to achieve the SDGs. Gina, over to you.
Donald, thank you for having me. Good morning, everyone from Mexico. I've been moving around since the sun started to rise up over here. But I want to make some remarks because we've been through more than 2 years of uncertainty because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But for us dairy farmers, that's nothing. We have dealt with uncertainty our whole lives. COVID just makes things a little bit more difficult for us. But just like health and emergency services across the world, farming never stopped. Frontline responders were there, working to save our lives, because that's what they do. They're heroes who deserve our recognition, respect, and gratitude. But even heroes had to stop and eat. And just like me, millions of farmers around the world kept on working to feed the world that now must recover and build back. And we're already leading the way, because if anyone knows about resilience, it's dairy farmers. More than 6 billion people consume the milk we'll produce, because it is an affordable and nutritious food that is always there. Because one thing is certain, we farm every day. We never stop because we're proud to contribute to have more resilient and sustainable food systems. I am a fifth generation, just like Donald just said. My family has been adapting to ever-changing circumstances for over 100 years. Innovations, new technologies, and sustainable farming practices have been part of our story, allowing us to take care of our employees, our communities, our cows, and natural resources. Farming today is not the same it was 10 years ago, and certainly not the same as the past 100 years. And now we have tools that build a common language like the Dairy Sustainability Framework. And we have also embraced pathways to Dairy Net Zero, because we are committed to raise our common ambitions to keep providing high quality protein for all. And even though we have improved and have been working sustainably for many, many years, these kind of initiatives allow us to have certainty about what more we need to do and how we can work together to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. I'm fifth generation, but I'm actually the first female farmer in my family. Before me, my mom and other women in my family married farmers. I am the farmer. And like myself, 80 million women take part in dairy farming, and 37 million farms in the world are managed by women. There are still opportunities and issues to change, but there is a way for us to feel and be empowered as livestock owners and processors. Dairy farming is a source of stable income for us, providing year-round cash flow. And when women own dairy cattle, we have property of our own, giving us more power over our lives and influence over certain expenditures, boosting our social and economic capital, while strengthening our decision-making power and also capabilities. Women in dairy are also caregivers because we provide nutrition to our households and our communities. As we know, a better nourished community will contribute to have a better development and poverty reduction. And dairy is a way to break the cycle of poverty, and women in dairy play a key role in achieving it. And it's not just in developing countries. Dairy farming is also important in the developed world, because no matter where we are, dairy provides sustainable livelihoods and revigorates rural economies. As we heard before, Dairy Nourishes Africa is a good example of what dairy can achieve when we build together, incorporating an approach on the full value chain. Projects like these are an example of how we can address these issues that worry us all, like hunger, malnutrition, or livelihoods, for them to be more equitable, especially for women and girls and our environment. There is a way to deliver social, nutritional, economical, and environmental imperatives for sustainable growth. Farmers like me have been working tirelessly for generations to provide food for all, to protect our ecosystems and provide stable livelihoods. We make sure to use natural resources in a responsible way. And we even do more because our cows upcycle many byproducts that otherwise would be polluting our environment because there will be no other use for them. Our livestock is amazing. In exchange for good care, they provide us with milk. How amazing is that? Dairy farmers like myself want our food systems to be more resilient, inclusive, and environmentally sustainable, and we're on it. Please be assured that we're working hard to do it. It's time to recover and build back better. We know that shocks like the pandemic can do to our food systems, but please trust us. We're working hard to be better every day, as we have been doing for the past 100 years and more. We will continue to provide safe and affordable nutrition every day for everyone, no matter what our circumstances are. So as a farmer, I would just like to say thank you to the Dairy Sustainability Framework, to the Pathways to Dairy Net Zero, for Dairy Nourishes Africa to show us how we can achieve better things together. Thank you to Global Dairy Platform, and thank you for having me today. Please support farmers. We're doing our best.